this was not a luxury film, like a glamorous Hollywood film set. This was very much, living in survival instincts to some degree.
I think it might be different for the Americans. Yeah, it might be different for the Americans. I don't know, because they were scared of like different bugs and frogs and
I wish we could put these interviews back to back so you could see like what you're saying compared to what everyone else said.
Really? Yeah, it's crazy. They would have like there's a frog in their clothes, and it'd be like, there's a frog. I'm like, guys, it's a frog. Like it's not a black mamba,
Si eres amante de la naturaleza y te gusta el suspenso, este video es para ti porque ya llega a las pantallas de Cinemex Bestia, una cinta protagonizada por Idris Elba y Charles Copley, que cuenta la historia del Dr. Nate, un hombre que acaba de perder a su esposa y que decide llevar a sus hijas a Mopane, una región en Sudáfrica, para conocer un poco más sobre la cultura de su mujer. Sin embargo, en medio de la sabana se van a enfrentar a una situación muy complicada, y es que hay un león que está muy resentido con la sociedad y que no descansará hasta acabar con ellos. Yo soy Gaby Cam y tuve la oportunidad de conversar con el elenco y los realizadores de Bestia.
Hey, look out the window.
Welcome to Mopani, guys.
I know there were no lions involved in this film, and I wanted to ask you, when it comes to making it real, do you need to somehow as an actor be in touch with your wild side as well?
I think that, we shot this film in the wilderness of South Africa. We didn't go to a big stage. We went to Limpopo and surrounding areas of South Africa where it is savanna. And, that's where, even though we go back to our hotels, these are not, and our tents, we lived in tents, some of it.
Well, it certainly brought out my wild side off camera, because I went riding on a mountain bike through this reserve by myself, which was the craziest thing I've ever done in my life. And it was absolutely terrifying. I saw more game on that mountain bike and more nature and animals than you would ever see like on a normal game drive, because it's very quiet, so you kind of sneak up on the animals more. It was crazy. I got charged down by a rhino and almost killed. It swerved just in front, just right next to me. It was trying to come in and hit me from the side. So that was about the wildest experience of my life. It was literally, I thought like, okay, well, maybe make it, maybe I don't. It was a crazy experience.
I think the actual question should be, why did you do that?
It brought out my wild side, you asked.
Thank you so much for having us. This is my chance to reconnect with the girls.
I can see all of
Did Mom shoot some of these?
This little bump right here, that's you.
I still miss her every day.
I love the design of the lion because, you gave him personality. Still, it's an animal. Can you tell me a little bit about, the key to actually make him a character and a villain despite being an animal, not really a person?
So I'm so happy that you say that because that was one of the mantra I kept saying. It is a character. It's not just a lion. It's specific. He has to look specific, serrated, vicious. So I found a lion called Scarface. That's passed away, and we used pictures from him to kind of work up the character, because he was like, that was the sexiest lion I'd ever seen. I even referenced. No, but it's like the villain has to be sexy, And I don't know, it sounds weird, but it is. There's something about and I referenced like Brad Pitt in Snatch, like he was ripped and he was wild and dirty and like all that. And it's just so good because then you start thinking about it as a character rather than just an animal, because animals are characters. I got 20 horses, in my stable, and none of them is the same. They're all different characters, They behave differently, One might kick you, another one might lick you, and the third one might bite you. And so it's that, and I really wanted to dig into it. So it's so refreshing when somebody sees that, mentions that.
gone over the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a ride.
What's that? There's something crossing up ahead. Keep the girls in the car.
Stay in the car, okay? Just stay in the car. What happened? Diabolo? Okay, what's he saying?
Diabolo means devil.
And I'm actually curious, because I was talking to the director about this, the fact that you had someone kind of filling in for the lion. And I guess that makes it easier for the film, like for the person who's shooting. But for you guys, does it make it easier at all to perform when you have a person there and you actually need to transform in your head that person into a lion?
Well, actually, it's kind of back and forth. Like it would not help if there was a real lion on set. Of course, I'll be super scared. But then it doesn't help if there's a gray man in the suit because he's also not a real lion. But you have to use your imagination a lot for the guy. Like you have to really think that and it also at first it was just a guy. But then I really liked how they helped even more by having this guy have a handle, and it was a 3D printed face of a lion. So it made it a little bit more helpful though, but still it wasn't a real lion. But him making the noises and seeing the lion's face helped though, but yeah.
It would make me laugh.
Yeah, that exactly.
I love this type of film because I feel like it says more about us as human and as a species than about the animal. So what do you think Beast says about us as, people?
There's a few layers, when you think about what human beings have done to sort of animal kingdoms in general. Like we're very greedy, very obstructive, very destructive species. And at the same time, when you think about, where we live in terms of durability, human beings are quite weak compared to lions. And, living in the environment that is natural to all of us, we're very lucky. We found a way to build buildings and lovely bedrooms and we can sleep there. But if you live in the wilderness, as it was intended, we're very much easy picking. We also know that fear can cripple human beings.
I've never seen anything like this. Multiple attacks without eating its prey. Lions don't do that. At least no lion I've ever seen. Shh. Go back to the calls.
Dad, please!
Breathe. Slow down.
Do you think we are the villains?
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Definitely. We are sort of the beasts to ourselves as well, aren't we? Yeah.
We're horrible, aren't we? I don't I see this film.
I think we both. I think, honestly, we both, I always say, I think we monkeys trying to be gods. Like we have the monkey sort of more animal parts of our nature and we have more enlightened parts and we sort of compete with them and we want to be beautiful and angelic and care about everybody, but we also want to be really big deals and have the best of everything and everyone notice us and, be acknowledged and, we complex.
Dad, they've got guns.
You shouldn't be out here.
What are you doing? I've got to get my girls out of here. I need you to trust me right now. I'm coming back.
Ningún león fue dañado en la filmación de Bestia, que ya puedes disfrutar en Cinemex.
Don't you move, okay?